Hello, 96 degrees, 39% humidity, 1:07 p.m. This is the Texas A&M campus, College Station, Brazos County. This is Texas A&M Bonfire Memorial. If you never heard of it, research it. The students used to have an annual bonfire, and it was long trees, logs. They had them all stacked up really high, wide, real large. I think it even had like a couple of platforms in it. But it was a huge log bonfire. They still hold it off-site. The campus, the college, university has nothing to do with it. Cool tree there, though. Looks dead, but pretty cool. Probably some kind of an oak. Anyway, the students still hold the bonfire on private property, somebody's farm property, whatever. So it goes on, just no longer at the campus. The reason it was stopped, there was one year the bonfire got out of control. It collapsed and there was fatalities, multiple fatalities. There's a spirit can never be told. So my first time here, there's actually a local distillery that makes a bourbon called Bonfire, and I have a bottle of it. It is very good. It was Judgment Day in Aggieland, and tenseness filled the air. All knew there was a trip at hand, but not a soul knew where. Assembled on the drill field was the world-renowned 12th man, the entire Fighting Aggie team, and the famous Aggie Band. And out in front with Royal Guard, the reviewing party stood. St. Peter and his angel staff were choosing bad from good. First he surveyed the Aggie team in terms of an angel soar. By Jove, I do believe I've seen this gallant group before. I've seen them play since way back when, and they've always had the grit. I've seen them lose, and I've seen them win, but I've never seen them quit. No need for us to tarry here, deciding upon their fates. 'Tis plain as the halo on my head that they've opened heaven's gates. And when the 12th man heard this, they let out a mighty yell that echoed clear to heaven and shook the gates of hell. And what group is this upon the side? St. Peter asked his aid. That swelled as if to burst with pride when we are judgment made. Why, sir, that's the Cadet Corps. That's known both far and wide for backing up their fighting team, whether they won or lost or tied. Well then, said St. Peter, it's very plain to me that within the realms of heaven they should spend eternity and have the Texas Aggie Band at once commence to play. For their fates, too, we must decide upon this crucial day. And the drum major, so hearing, slowly raised his hand and said, Boys, let's play the spirit for the last time in Aggieland. And the band poured forth the anthem in notes both bright and clear, and 10,000 Aggie voices sung the song they hold so dear. And when the band had finished, St. Peter wiped his eyes and said, It's not so hard to see, they're meant for paradise. And the colonel of the Cadet Corps said, as he stiffly took his stand, It's just another corpse trip, boys, we'll march in behind the band. The Last Corpse Trip, Philo H. Duvall Jr., 1951. That gave me the chills. Anyway, there's a few projects going on at the campus right now. It's basically summer break for about 10 weeks, but there's a lot of activity, a lot going on, and there's a lot of students that are registering for the fall semester. So they have a video voice tour for this monument, audio tour, and they have a map. But I'm just walking down here. This is actually the memorial down here. So I'm sure this was probably the exact location where they had the bonfire and where they had that fatal fire. What year it was. Maybe up here there'll be a little information about what year it was or how big it was or how many people got killed, but I'm not sure. I can't estimate what year. I just know it was a massive bonfire that they did, and it was really cool. It's sad that people died, but I think the ones that died, for them being a part of it, they would probably want it to continue. So I guess if that's true, it's good that it's continuing, just off-site, different location. But you know, usually when somebody's passionate about something, if somebody has a fatality, whether it's sport or something else, they wouldn't want it to stop. They would want it to continue. So maybe in knowing or believing that they would have wanted it to continue, that the students continued it. So like many campuses around the country, they're huge, right? So this is a huge campus. It's supposed to be the largest university in the country, or largest in Texas. Now people can argue, is that by buildings, students, acreage, or what? But so here we go. This is where the bonfire was. This is the memorial, the fatal one. Lucas John Kimmel, 2003. Corpus Christi, Texas. So that's one of them that died. So it looks to me it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Must be 12. So it looks like they have a little bit of story on each person. Young man there, Lucas John, his dog, talking here about his love and dedication to God and his Catholic faith. Today is the summer solstice, and here I am walking around a ring like a sun. The first day of summer, longest daylight of the year. Brian Allen McClain, 2002, San Antonio, Texas. His bright sparkling eyes, his crooked irresistible grin, his infectious laugh, and his confident manner. So this video will be a little longer than most of my videos. I just want to cover the monument and the memorial and the people that died. Christopher David Breen, 96, from Austin, Texas. Jeremy Richard Frampton, 99. The Purpose of Life, Jeremy Frampton. Corps of Cadets he was in, from Turlock, California. Beautiful sky, natural sky. I love southern or southeastern, south central or southeastern Texas. I've been here 2 months, and 2 months today, and I don't see the nasty weather warfare, weather modification, geoengineering, chemtrails. Just a little bit of trails in 2 months. It's been a blessing. I love it. Hope it stays that way. This is Chad Anthony Powell, 2003, from Keller, Texas. Very nice memorial. Having a picture of each one that was killed and a little story or history about them and their short lives. This is Jerry Don Self, 2001, Arlington, Texas. So, I guess he was born in 2001. He died in, he couldn't have died in 2001. They would all died the same day or within 1 or 2 days, their injuries and burns or whatever. So This young man must have been born in 2003. Michael Stephen Ebanks, Carrollton, Texas. A little plane, a lot of little planes around here because there's a small airport across from the campus, College Station. If I wanted to go to Cleveland, Ohio from College Station, I'd have to take a small plane to Houston. Otherwise, I'd drive to Houston or Austin. Houston has a better flight connection from here to Cleveland. Here's the first woman, young lady, girl I've seen so far. Jamie Lynn Hand, 2003, Henderson, Texas. There's a long story on her. Nice. So there's one of the water towers. A lot of water towers around here, which is awesome. I live in Bryan, Bryan and College Station kind of go together around here. I live in Bryan. My daughter lives in College Station. Bryan's going to be getting a new water tower. And there's a new water tower in College Station under construction. Huge one, probably the biggest one around. In fact, it might be over there behind those trees. Yeah, it is. Timothy Duran Curley Jr., 2003. From Bartlett, Tennessee.